Let's talk for just a few moments about one of the more important skills associated with good self-management and good emotional intelligence. That skill is confidence. Confidence in leadership is extraordinarily necessary because it impacts directly to followership. Now, what I mean by that is with a confident leader, the followers have confidence in where they're going, the direction they're heading, and overall in your leadership capabilities and your leadership approach. You're not going to let them down. You're not going to throw them under the bus. They are confident in you, and therefore they will follow you. Now, the opposite of that is if you're not confident, those followers are going to lack that confidence in you. They're not going to see that directional approach. They're not going to see that surety of action. And therefore, that's really going to impact their desire to follow you. They're going to question your motives. They're going to question your judgment and question your direction. Now, first, before we get into talking about improving confidence or maintaining confidence, let's talk a little bit about where confidence comes from. Confidence is a reconciliation of the consequences of failure. What that means very simply is when your brain approaches a situation or a stimuli, it very, very quickly processes what are the chances of failure, what could happen to me if I fail, and then you move on very, very quickly. That is a confident reaction. Literally, it's as simple as seeing the light change from green to yellow. Do you have confidence that you'll get through it? Yeah, I do. Let's go. Now, folks that lack confidence oftentimes will stutter and get stuck in that analytic process of that what if. What if something bad happens? What's the consequence of this bad thing happening? And those folks generally not only lack confidence, but display to the rest of the world that they lack confidence as well. Again, confidence is a reconciliation of the consequences of failure. People do that thousands, if not millions of times a day, and most folks go through it very, very quickly in their processing, and thus they project that they are confident. Now, one cautionary word about confidence as well. Overconfidence can lead to an image or a leadership style that could be adjudged as being aloof or arrogant. That is, in many, many cases, worse than lacking confidence. Nothing could be worse than arrogance or aloofness in terms of being attached and liked by your team members. People will often describe those as the two most despised and hated characteristics in some leaders. Now, the dividing line between being confident and being arrogant is a really pretty simple one. Confidence is most often not spoken, while arrogance and aloofness are oftentimes articulated. So let your confidence be kind of a quiet resilience and a quiet approach and a quiet steadfastness towards things. Don't go out of your way to articulate how you're going to be able to do something. Now let's talk just a couple of quick seconds about how to maintain your confidence and make sure that your confidence is always at a healthy level. First, spend some time remembering past victories. Oftentimes leaders spend an awful lot of time debriefing and digesting and in some cases even beating themselves up for past failures. Take some time and think about when things were really good, when you had a great victory point, when you delivered an outstanding project, when you carried and won the day. Those kind of thought-back processes can be very stimulating and encouraging to your confidence building and your confidence maintaining. Another technique is a little bit interesting. Now, I'm not encouraging you to be disengaged from folks here, but one of the things I would recommend is that you stay away from people that are just downers. We've all been around folks that haven't had a good day since 1985, and everybody, I think, will admit they can absolutely suck the life out of you. If that's the case, don't get sucked into their little drama elements. Don't get sucked into their bad attitude. Just find ways to stay away from them and don't engage them on much more than a cursory level. The other thing I'll tell you about confidence, and it's very, very closely related to something we'll talk about in a little bit, resilience. Take care of your physical health and your physical strength. When you feel good, quite simply, you're more likely to be confident in your approach and in your leadership at work.